Alan Inman, he and I reconnected, thank you, Alan Inman is a true trailblazer. He and I have been out of touch for years, and, a mutual friend said, hey, you know, Alan's down in D.C. I said, I haven't talked to Alan in forever. And he and I go back in the Republican Party for decades. And we reconnected, and it dawned on me when I was planning this event, this guy is a true trailblazer. And so, Alan, let folks know a little bit about some of the things you've done, and we'll get into more detail tomorrow. But start out with just kind of where your path began.
Well, first of all, everyone, I'm very happy to know that at least occasionally Reynard meets himself. So let's pray that this occasion is one of those times. Anyway, let me just quickly say, without going a moment further, that I am just so honored to be on this stage with this incredible legacy and trailblazer group that you see here tonight. So I personally want to give them an applause. I was reflecting on that trail, Reynard, and some of you will know history like the Reagan campaign, the original Reagan campaign. And of course you know he was the president, but you may not know that he took the state of New York. I was in New York. In fact, I was in grad school in 1980, and I was not a Republican when I was sitting in that situation. But I was approached by some very close friends of mine that brought certain things to my attention. And that was, hey, our people are not really advancing under the Democratic programs. And all of a sudden it dawned on me that being a Democrat was actually like being a part of a social club. It was like being a part of a fraternity in a way. It was an expectation, and you met and you huddled and you all had great times in parties and so forth, and that label became something like that. Therefore, we're all a part of it. But related to the political process, it was a question mark. I was on a train, on a subway from Midtown Manhattan, going up to Harlem after I had met at a Republican headquarters in Midtown Manhattan and decided to come on board to support this candidacy. I'm heading up to Harlem where I have my placards, my Reagan palm cards, my Reagan paraphernalia and so forth, and my heart is beginning to do this. What are you doing here, young man? You're going to Harlem to talk about Reagan? And I did it. I did it with a small contingent that was with me. We spread out on 125th Street from Lenox Avenue over to Frederick Douglass and Adam Clayton Powell. And on those corners, I had my megaphone and I began to talk about Republican politics as compared to the 4 years of the failed policies of Carter for the African American community. And the more I talked about it, the stronger I got. And the more I could put my chest out and feel confident that God actually was in support of what I was doing on that corner. So when I think about the legacy and how I started out, it started on 125th Street in Harlem with the palm cards and the promotion and the campaigning and the rallies for Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan took New York.
Thank you, Alan. And you're going to hear more from Alan tomorrow.